who has been proven to be able to handle Hollywood Hogan, and he just happens to be available. Isn't that lucky? Hogan thought he was going to get one over on us literally, and he gave his friend X-Pac or Six an advantage. Well, now he's going to find out what happens when you interfere in a match. You want to be in the building? Fine and dandy. As Phillip Ricardo Jr., the natural bodybuilding champion and legend that he is, gets ready to take on Hollywood Hulk Hogan. In all fairness, Hollywood Hogan was his very first match and his debut on the show as... Speaking of... Look at Phillip Ricardo Jr. mocking Hogan. How about them apples? Hollywood Hogan's a champion? Yikes. Indeed he is. That's what I just said. Thank you. But yeah, I did say that though. Phillip Ricardo Jr., very talented individual in the ring, very charismatic outside the ring. Multiple-time bodybuilding champion, natural bodybuilding, I should mention. Doesn't believe in getting that extra advantage. He believes in putting the hard work and dedication in, as it's worth more winning that way, rather than taking shortcuts that so many people do. Phillip Ricardo Jr. not afraid of what a hard day's work is, nor the work that goes into becoming the natural bodybuilding champion. Getting a great reaction from the crowd here in Orlando. And Hogan's going to have his work cut out for him this time. Hogan thought he was going to get one over on us, and now he's going to have to deal with the natural Phillip Ricardo Jr., who has no issue reminding Hogan his place in the world. Or at least what happens when you mess with the icons of the F4L, uninterrupted and uninvited. As now, look at it, Hogan. I think it's hysterical that Ricardo Jr. mocked basically Hogan's entrance. He has absolutely no fear, nor should he. I'm curious why he didn't decide to put the title on the line. He's so confident. But unfortunately, folks, this is a non-title match. Because trust me, if it was, I'm not going to lie, Phillip Ricardo Jr. would probably add another title to his arsenal. That would be my guess anyway. That, of course, is completely up to his own actions. As remember, folks, we have no control over that. I just know from watching this show and knowing what we know of both individuals. Wow, Phillip Ricardo Jr. had the mockery down, really well down. Look at this. Almost right down to a T did Ricardo Jr. have Hulk Hogan's mannerisms down, showing that he has no fear of Hollywood Hogan. And I want to put in perspective Andre the Giant, Zeus, and Warrior, countless other people. Hogan has had no issues seemingly with any of them. And the man outside the ring who is going to be going at it one-on-one with that man has in fact never been able to defeat Phillip Ricardo Jr. in any mannerisms at all. So I want to point that out as Ricardo Jr. gets ready, and it's on. Bell sounds. Ricardo Jr. starts off with a shoulder block. Kick to the ribs. Oh, back elbow, ribs, backhand chop, clothesline, and Hollywood Hogan maybe thinking, wishing he was back in Tampa right now at his beach shop. The natural former United States Tag Team Champion, watch out, and the current Intercontinental Champion for them. And our last Us versus Them spectacular before we had our own home, Phillip Ricardo Jr. was able to bring that home to us. As Hogan doesn't know what's hitting him right now, as Ricardo Jr. with a big boot into the throat, not giving Hogan any time to recover or get a breath or any other kind of thing. Unbelievable. Watch out, clothesline. Nicely done. Hogan finally getting some offense in, but Ricardo Jr. one step ahead. I've never seen Hogan dominated like this before. As Ricardo Jr. going to the outside now, trying to rearrange the stairs here in the Team Warfare Arena in Orlando, Florida. Back suplex. Okay, well now Hogan getting down and dirty now. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. Well, that's going to put a damper on things. Hogan just powerbombed Phillip Ricardo Jr. on that guardrail, and he still doesn't look like he's very healthy, Hogan. As Phillip Ricardo Jr. right back on him, obviously slowed down a little bit. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do about that. Watch out, as Ricardo Jr. showing Hogan what that feels like. Good for him. Now Hogan tossing Ricardo Jr. far away, picking up those stairs. Oh no! Hogan just nailed him with this. Look at this! He's picking him up again, and Ricardo Jr., even after getting hit in the face with steel stairs, disregards and tosses Hogan back into the ring. Hogan coming out of the ring, and Ricardo Jr. now, rigged right hand, watch out! Full Nelson. He is one of the strongest people in the world, is Phillip Ricardo Jr., and that is not the common man giving a full Nelson to Hogan. Imagine a submission, and Hogan trying to dig down deep, and he does, but the damage could have been done. And now Hogan, oh, watch out, backbreaker. Look at this. He's trying to put pressure on that lower back area that he heard earlier, powerbombing Ricardo Jr. on the apron. Coming up next, folks, we have one last match for part one of this spectacular, as we're going to have a very interesting one-on-one, and Phillip Ricardo Jr. continues to his reign in his win over Hollywood Hogan, and that will teach Hogan maybe a lesson in not interfering in people's matches when he's not invited. And Phillip Ricardo Jr. again bringing it home. Phillip Ricardo Jr., the All-American, picking up the win, bringing it back to us, and also getting a little retribution. So hopefully the Adells appreciate the fact that Phillip Ricardo Jr. stepping up and taking care of the light work, which is Hollywood Hogan. We're going to see the Adells a little later on, as well as others. Congratulations to Phillip Ricardo Jr., and thank you for bringing it back home to us.